we're going over the top 10 characters from the classic Mega Man franchise, but with a twist. We are not counting Mega Man in this list. That's right, Mega Man is not going to be considered for this list because that's not really fair for a multitude of reasons, and for similar reasons, I'm also not going to be considering any Robot Masters as main characters. We're only considering the mainline Mega Man characters here, and for number 10, we have Dr. Cossack. I know this is a pretty obscure character, but this guy is great. He looks cool, his name kind of sounds like Ballsack, and his stages in Mega Man 4 are amazing. They're some of the most fun in the entire Mega Man franchise. And don't even get me started on the music accompanying those levels because I already made an entire video going pretty in depth on Mega Man music, but it's great. Either way, Dr. Cossack is just great. He's not even evil. Dr. Wily manipulated this man by holding his daughter hostage, which was a good play by Dr. Wily and a big blunder by Dr. Cossack, but we don't really need to know all the details about how that happened. In fact, I don't even know the details. I don't think it tells us the details about how that happened unless it happened in the comics, but I can't read, so I'm just gonna go by the video games and assume we do not have much info. But that makes Dr. Cossack even cooler. I mean, he's not the best Mega Man character ever, but he is cool, mysterious, has great levels, great music, and he isn't even a bad guy. So congratulations, Dr. Cossack, you are the 10th best Mega Man character from the classic franchise. Coming in at number 9, we have Otto the Robot. Well, okay, I guess most of the characters are robots, but this guy looks like your stereotypical robot, which maybe that's not okay to say, but I like Otto, okay? He's pretty cool. I mean, I guess he's not astounding, but he has some great qualities. He fights on the battlefield with you in Mega Man 8, even though that's an auto-scroller, which I hate. He also always turns those bolts and screws we find in some of the games into some great items that are very useful, even though in Mega Man 7 it's basically impossible to access his shop if you don't read the manual or already know how to do it. But there's more to Otto than just his looks and what he's good for, because he even brings comedic relief into the Mega Man franchise, and those are two of my favorite things of all time. Comedic relief and the Mega Man franchise, that is. You guys know Mega Man 7, right? Of course you do. Why am I asking that for? In the opening cutscene of that game, Mega Man is missing his iconic helmet and he's riding an Otto super cool car trying to find it. Ignoring the super cool car that Otto has, which is hard to do, almost as hard as not calling it an automobile, Otto decides to do the funniest thing imaginable. Instead of handing Mega Man his normal iconic helmet, he gives Mega Man a Met helmet. That's hilarious. And frankly, a good idea. I mean, those Met helmets are indestructible. Well, except for the Met helmets that are immediately destroyed in the exact same stage, but I'm sure Otto had good intentions. But even if he didn't, what a funny practical joke. This guy Otto is such a hoot and just a fun guy to be around, which is why he is the 9th best character in the classic Mega Man franchise. For number 8, we have an underdog entering this list, being Treble. Get it? He's literally a dog under bass. There isn't really much to say about Treble, but the things we can say are all good. He looks cool, he's purple, he can fuse with bass, which I guess really is just a pro for bass, but still. I don't think Treble has all the great features that Rush has to assist Mega Man, but Treble is still super cool, and I mean, we all like Treble, right? It's another musical pun and everything, bass and treble, it's classic. Plus, Proto Man doesn't have a cool pet companion, which made it seem unfair whenever we had to fight him, so Treble is really just a nice addition, and he's cool, okay? I guess he's a little bit pointless, but he's cool. I like Treble, and that's why he's the 8th best classic Mega Man character. Another surprising entry on this list is going to be Tango, who is number 7. Now, if you don't know, Tango is a cat that's green. And you know what? I won't lie. I do not know a lot about Tango. Tango debuted in the Game Boy games, which I've never played, but I've always wanted to know more about Tango somehow, and I've always known about him throughout the internet. Probably because Tango has his own CD dedicated to it in Rockman and Forte, which I love, but I've never been able to read since it's in Japanese, and I can't even read English. I guess I also saw this guy online a lot, but either way, this is another mysterious Mega Man character that I feel like is underrated, and I want to give Tango some time to shine in this video. And you know what? I'm normally more of a dog person. I mean, I have a wiener dog that I've shown you guys before, but I like cats too. For example, Garfield is a cat, and I love Garfield. I mean, who doesn't love Garfield? This is basically a green Garfield with a Mega Man helmet as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Tango even takes a nap in Mega Man 10 in the shop if you're playing as Proto Man, which is basically the only recent cameo Tango has had since Rockman Rockman and Forte. And I do not think that's cool. I think Tango should make more appearances in the Mega Man games. If Tango is not in Mega Man 12, I'm going to be so mad at Capcom and mail them something disgusting. Maybe a glitter bomb with rat feces mixed in. That'll show them. Okay, I'm not gonna actually do that because that's a criminal offense, and I do like Capcom and Mega Man, but I also like Tango, okay? So Tango is the 7th best character from the classic Mega Man series. For number 6, we have the iconic, the classic Dr. Wily. Now, this guy is a character, oh boy. This Dr. Wily guy has been causing the terrible events that have started every single classic Mega Man game in the entire franchise. I mean, my goodness, where will we be without him? Well, I guess he didn't really cause Mega Man 8 with Duo and that other thing coming from out of space and everything, but I mean, him not being able to take credit for Mega Man 8 is honestly a good thing, because I hate Mega Man 8. Well, not really, but it does rhyme and is one of the weaker entries in the franchise, and it's fun to say that I hate Mega Man 8, but we're talking about Dr. Wily here. Let's not get off track. He's converted so many Robot Masters and made many of his own. He's made a million great Wily machines that are so fun to battle, and let's not even mention his elaborate castles. This guy is an evil genius, and we gotta give him credit for that. He's funny, eccentric, mad scientist who we wouldn't have the Mega Man series without, so thank you, Dr. Wily. Not for being an evil, horrible human being, but for making the classic Mega Man series and even the Mega Man X series possible. I mean, you guys know Dr. Wily even created Zero, right? And made the Sigma virus that caused all of the events of Mega Man X. I mean, it's a whole hullabaloo. Either way, Dr. Wily is an amazing character, which is why I consider him to be the 6th best character in the entire Mega Man franchise. Starting off the second half of this list, we're obviously entering the top 5, so we're only going to see the best of the best Mega Man characters. So of course, we need to begin with Eddie. I mean, this little guy is great. He's just a cute little red guy that's roughly halfway through stages, and he gives us goodies. It's like Halloween, but better. Plus, he'll give you whatever you want if you just keep asking him. If you want an extra life, just keep asking. Want an E-Tank? You got it. This guy is amazing. I love Eddie. He has a great design. He's a literal lifesaver and is crucial for my mental health not falling down the drain. Another great thing about Eddie is that he helps you in that same auto-scroller in Mega Man 8, but I mean, again, that auto-scroller is not fun, but without Eddie, it would be even worse. So he's just a nice breath of fresh air in a game like that. So thank you, Eddie, for all you've done. You're great, and that's why you are the 5th best classic Mega Man character. For number 4, it's time for a fan favorite, Bass. Some of you are probably thinking, hey, why is Bass so low? He should be number 1, or at least number 3. But first of all, Bass is great, so let's talk about why he's so great before we talk about why he is not number 1. First of all, his design is super cool. I don't know what's up with his Mickey Mouse ears, but I like them. On top of that, he's basically the Shadow the Hedgehog of the Mega Man series, and I love Shadow the Hedgehog. Am I an edgy 12-year-old? No, but I was once upon a time, so I think both Shadow the Hedgehog and Bass are really cool characters. On top of that, gameplay wise, Bass can double jump and he has a machine gun instead of a charge shot. The Bass Buster is honestly a little bit of a downgrade, but the fact that he can double jump changes everything and makes him an amazing character to play as, especially in Rockman and Forte, which is one of the best games ever made by humankind. The fact that he's part of that game at all gives him a major boost in this list, which is probably making you wonder why he's not number 1, or at least number 3, and well, there are many reasons for that. At least 3 of them that I'll talk about in a little bit, but the main one is that he is angry all the time. Chill out, Bass. You're great. There's no reason to be mad and upset at everyone all the time. It makes you hard to approach. He also can't make up his mind on whether or not he wants to be a good guy or a bad guy. He's a bad guy at first in Mega Man 7 and 8, then during Rockman and Forte, I guess he's still technically working for Dr. Wily up until the end of the game, only for Mega Man 10 to make him a good guy again. That's also a good thing because it gives him a nice character arc, it makes him more mysterious instead of just edgy, but it's really hard to complain about Bass when he's so cool. So congratulations, Bass. You would be number 1 if there weren't 3 better characters from this franchise, so you are the 4th best classic Mega Man character. Coming in at number 3, we have Mega Man's own brother, Proto Man. Now, Proto Man and Bass are basically tied. I mean, they're very similar in terms of how awesome they are, but Proto Man has the edge on Bass for several reasons. Bass might be a little bit cooler, but Proto Man has been the mysterious, cool side character for a lot longer. In Mega Man 3, he shows up out of nowhere and just starts attacking you. In Mega Man 5, we get that amazing animated cutscene where his scarf becomes an iconic part of his design, only for there to be a twist in the story where Proto Man was actually framed framed and the good guy all along. In Mega Man 6 and in Mega Man 7, Proto Man shows up to help Mega Man out mysteriously, and he just cements himself as Mega Man's cool, mysterious brother, which is exactly what he is. Design-wise, I love his sunglasses, his scarf is a little bit weird, and his hair looks completely ridiculous in that one concept art image, but he keeps his helmet on most of the time anyway. I also like that he's red and Mega Man is blue. There's probably some deeper meaning of contrasting colors there that I'm too dumb to explain, but either way, I love Proto Man. Gameplay-wise in Mega Man 10, he adds a nice challenge because he takes a lot more damage and his iconic shield is really cool but kind of useless. But what really makes him better than Bass, besides all the other stuff, is the fact that his theme song for Mega Man 3 is amazing. The Proto Man whistle in general may be the most iconic sound effect in the Mega Man series aside from maybe the death animation sound, so having an amazing theme song centered around that very whistle is great for Proto Man here, so congratulations. Proto Man, you are the third best character from the entire classic Mega Man franchise. Coming in at number 2, we have Mega Man's best friend, Rush, who's also just man's best friend. Anyway, Rush is great. He's also red like Proto Man, which is not nearly as symbolic, but it's still a nice contrast to Mega Man's blue. But really the reason he's so great is how helpful he is. He was introduced in Mega Man 3, which was ironically a rushed game. I actually heard that's why he's called Rush, but I can't confirm. But in Mega Man 3, he is extremely overpowered. Rush Jet is insanely useful, Rush Coil is just nice, and Rush Marine is, really cool. I like Rush Marine, okay? But aside from just those three things, he actually has countless different transformations between games, from Rush Search to Rush Bike to even combining with Mega Man with super adapters. Rush is such a versatile and useful companion to Mega Man, and a lot of the Mega Man games aren't even possible to beat without him. Sure, his design isn't super great or unique, but I mean, he is a dog. I think his design is fine, he doesn't really need much. He's also kind of ugly in the cartoon, but I don't think that's canon. Regardless of all that though, I love Rush. In fact, one day I am going to do a video ranking every version of Rush the Dog, so if that's something you guys want to see, please leave a comment down below because there's like 20 different transformations, maybe even more, so it could be a lot of fun. Anyway, we all know Rush is great, and even if he didn't have all those transformations, he basically makes the existence of Yoku blocks obsolete, and we all hate those things, right? Nobody likes the block puzzles. So congratulations, Rush, you are the second best character in the entire classic Mega Man franchise. Coming in at number 1, we have undisputably, objectively, uncontestedly the best character from the entire Mega Man franchise, Mega Man! No, okay, I'm just kidding. We all know he doesn't count in this video. The real best character is, of course, King! That's right, it's King. His name is literally King, so I don't know how he could not be number 1. If you don't know, King is the main antagonist in Rockman and Forte. King kicked Dr. Wily out of his own castle and took it over for himself, started his own Robot Master army to take over the world and destroy all humans. And he even completely bodied Proto Man. I mean, this is insane. I love Proto Man, but this is a feat we cannot ignore. On top of all of that, his design is great. He's made of pure gold and looks exactly like how a king should look. I have always thought King was one of my favorite looking characters in the entire Mega Man franchise. Maybe I'm biased because I love Rockman and Forte, which once again is the game that King is from, which gives him a boost on this list, but I don't care. This guy is amazing. He literally kicked Dr. Wily out of his own castle. Are you kidding me? On top of that, he even has a redemption arc turning him into a good guy once you defeat him. I mean, King has it all. He even likes chess according to the disc you get of him in Rockman and Forte, and I love chess. This guy is the best. I'm sure a lot of you guys are upset that King is number 1, but you're all just straight up wrong. Go make your own top 10 Mega Man characters list excluding Mega Man and the Robot Masters. I would honestly love to watch that. Please do make that. Seriously, please. I would love to watch it. But my decision here is final. King is by far the best character from the entire Mega Man classic franchise. Those were the top 10 characters from the classic Mega Man series. As always, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, maybe we could do a video like this on the Robot Masters, because we've done tons of videos on the Robot Masters, but none of them were a bare bones top 10, so that could be fun. But the music here is ending, so let's end the video.